Hey guys, it's Carla from the Paper Trail. Thank you for being here. Today I'm going to make a faux stone tablet of the Ten Commandments. And what I've done here is I printed this from my computer, and if you want this printout, I'll put a link in my description below to my Facebook page, and I'll put it on there and you can just print it off from there. But I've printed this on parchment paper. And I just did that because it looks like it has some texture. And then this board is, excuse me, this board is a little bit bigger than my paper. And you could go even bigger than that if you want, but the paper obviously is 8.5 by 11. So the board is probably about 9 by 11.5 maybe. I don't know, I just had it laying around here, so that's what I'm using, but you could use any size board that the paper will fit on. And so I'm just gluing this down and making sure that I've got all the air bubbles out and everything. If you do go to my Facebook page to get this, it's in a post that has a lot of outlines in it, and the outlines are for my painting channel, for people to print those off for free. So I thought I'd just go ahead and put this one in there with those. Okay, so I'm using acrylic paint to try to match up the color of the parchment paper. I'm using white, and this is in craft paint that's called khaki, that brownish color, and then black. And knowing that acrylic paint dries darker than when it's wet, I'm going a little bit lighter than my parchment paper. And it doesn't have to be an exact match anyway, because we're going to be doing so much to this piece that each in particular color, it doesn't have to be real precise. So right now I'm just covering all the wood. I didn't paint the back. Now you could if you wanted to be really authentic, but I just left the back wood color. And you can also, what I'm doing with this is sitting it on a table propped against the wall, but if you wanted to hang it, you could put a loop on the back of it. But I think it's important to have the Ten Commandments hanging in your home somewhere. And I just realized this several months ago that, you know, my kids and my grandkids come over, and why do I not have that there as a guide for them? I don't know why I didn't, but I do now. And this is fairly simple to make, and it turns out really pretty and also useful. So I hope you guys try this and make one, because or at least, even if you don't do this, I went on Amazon and found different wall hangings of the Ten Commandments. The reason I like this one, I wanted to make this like really easy for kids to understand. And most of the time when you see the Ten Commandments, it's written in like King James Version, which is poetic and everything, but it's just not easy to understand for kids. So it's not easy for me. But anyway, so I just simplified each commandment to mean the same thing, but to where kids can understand it better, because that's the main reason that I have it hanging in my home, is for my kids. So if they can't understand it, then it's kind of pointless for them. So what I'm doing here, after I got the lighter shade on, which I just kind of pounced on with a rough, like a stiff bristled brush, and now I've darkened it a little bit so that I can put some other shades in. And again, keep in mind that when this dries, it dries a little bit darker, so you don't want to go too dark with each step. You want it to be fairly subtle. Okay, so now I'm going a little bit darker even. I just don't want to get too carried away with each shade, but I want to make some kind of like it's broken in places and cracked in places, and just trying to make it look like real stone. And now I'm just kind of lightly pouncing this on again, and I know that you can't, it's not real obvious on the monitor as I'm looking at it right now, but when you do it in person, it really does make a difference. It makes a big difference because it gives it that kind of a rough stone look. So I'm just going back and forth with lights and darks, and now I'm going with plain white and doing the same thing because it makes it look like there's high places in the stone. I hope you guys give this some thought about having this hanging in your home, because it's, you know, the world is telling our kids so many things that contradict these commandments, and I think it's important for them to, on a regular basis, see them and be reminded. And I will get off my soapbox now, but I just wanted to throw that out there. So I'm switching back and forth between bigger brushes and smaller brushes, depending on, you know, where I'm trying to get to. Like between these numbers and words and stuff, it requires a smaller brush, because I don't want to go over the words and cover them up, because this white will cover up your letters and numbers. You can really play with this and get it, you know, really authentic looking. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please, even if you don't make this, consider finding a copy of the 10 Commandments and have it in your home. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, God bless you.